Meteorologist Bryan Bachman is in for Andy this morning. Hi, Bryan.
Hi there, Christina. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. No bad luck in the weather department on this Friday the 13th, and the roads actually are in pretty good shape out there as well. Here's a quick look at the maps this morning in the immediate capital district. Things moving along pretty swimmingly. Those winds will back off as well, so we're really going to see nearly ideal cooling conditions out there tonight. Now, a slow trend toward warmer weather and more normal weather will start to begin over the next couple of days, though we got a couple of chances for some showers. We'll give you all the details in the full forecast, including what you can expect for the weekend, coming up a little bit later. Elisa. I-90 at Exit 5 and Everett Road. Free and clear. Just a couple of cars passing by there. And the sunshine set to start taking over. Official sunrise coming up in just about 5 minutes or so. Current temperatures across the Northeast this morning. It's a cool start to the day, but overall not a bad one. We'll plot those temperatures on there for you. It's 33 actually. As far as the storm system itself, it's a classic spring nor'easter here, really. The low pressure centered just off the Jersey Shore at this point, and it'll very slowly continue to trek its way off to the north and east. And you can just notice, at least according to the radar, some of the snow beginning to fly out in western New York. And remember, that's where they're expecting as much as 5 to 9 inches of snow. They have winter storm warnings for Buffalo, southward to about Pittsburgh. We, however, will stay on the warmer and thus rainier side of things. Coming up in weather, you've no doubt noticed the abundance of sunshine out there today, and that is going to be the trend for the rest of the afternoon. Quick look at the satellite shows the clouds thinning out, and that's how we're going to start the weekend, and a warm-up is on the way. We'll talk about that coming up in your full storm tracker forecast right after the break.
Here's meteorologist Bryan Bachman with your News 10 Storm Tracker forecast.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're ready for the weekend. As we mentioned, though, before the break, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a rainy weekend, but, you know, we've had so many nice weekends this year. I guess one rainy one we can probably put up with, and as we showed you with the deficits, too, it's going to be some much-needed rain. First forecast, early tomorrow morning. We're still dry, so you're probably good until sometime around midday. That's when we should see the first showers arriving, and it'll be plenty mild to start our day even early. 57 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky in Albany. By lunchtime, we're up to 66 degrees, and that's when I think we'll see the first of the showers in and around the immediate capital district. Areas farther to the west, you'll probably see them closer to middle to late morning, and then they'll become more numerous in the afternoon. Might even throw in a few rumbles of thunder as well. 5 p.m. temperature around 69 degrees. Some of those downpours in any of those storms could also be on the heavier side, so bear that in mind as you try to plan your outdoor activities on your Saturday. Certainly keep an eye to the sky throughout the day. Today's high temperature in Albany made 78 degrees. Same reading for Glens Falls, Bennington as well, 76 in North Adams. Pretty much everybody saw the 70s, as a matter of fact. 74 in Pittsfield and Saranac Lake today, and a couple of 80s managing to make an appearance at Syracuse. And in Utica, hit the 80-degree mark squarely on the nose today. And even at this hour, not too bad. 62 still in Albany with a light breeze coming through. 64 in Hudson, some low 60s for North Adams and Bennington as well. 56 in Pittsfield and some low 60s even as far north as Saranac Lake tonight. But you can notice on our temperature map here, there's a pretty stark contrast between a cold front sitting just off to our west. That's going to be our weather maker at least for tomorrow. It's still 68 in Pittsburgh, but you take a look out toward Detroit, Chicago, both of those areas in the low 40s. Alpena, Michigan, approaching the freezing point, and some of that chillier air will kind of edge its way in later on in the day and for the second half of the weekend. And we'll show you that coming up. Here's the cold front as you can see it right now. Just a line of some showers, even a couple of heavier downpours farther along the western shores of Lake Ontario there. This whole frontal boundary will very slowly push its way eastward over the next 24 hours. So out ahead of it, we still find ourselves kind of in that weather sandwich, Steve likes to call it. We see that warm air firmly in place. That's going to slide off to the east. That'll bring those showers in along this front. But then as we'll see here on the futurecast, that front, once it passes us, actually going to get hung up, and we won't quite see the end of it as we head into the second half of the weekend. As for tomorrow afternoon and evening, those showers slowly edge in from the east. Again, maybe a few rumbles of thunder as well. Then heading into Sunday, at least for the first half of the day, the front will make at least a little bit of progress to our east. I don't think we'll completely lose the showers here in Albany, but some of you folks in the Adirondacks might briefly dry out for a couple of hours on the first half of Sunday. But then watch what happens as a coastal storm actually really starts to build up some strength offshore. It's going to arc its way into the northeastern U.S. and kind of actually push that frontal boundary back in our direction, so we won't lose the rain, and if anything, it will tend to increase in coverage and in intensity as we head into Sunday and Monday. But the good news is that a lot of these deficits will come down substantially over the next couple of days, and here's what we expect for total rainfall from both systems through Monday morning. Anywhere you see that dark green band, 2 to 3 inches of rain possible. higher amounts off to the east, which really, no matter how you slice it, excuse me, any of those totals, some great news. Saturday's forecast, showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, but at least still a mild day. High staying in the 60s to near 70. We'll hit 55 for the low tonight. Keep those windows open. We'll be dry enough tonight, so should make for some good sleeping weather. 70 tomorrow, a few showers or thunderstorms. Unsettled for a couple of days, but remember, this is good news. Despite how it might look on the 7-day forecast, it will get a little bit chillier with that rain coming in, highs in the 50s, but by midweek, things should start to even out and we'll break into some drier weather.
All right. Thanks so much, Brian.
One college
At this hour. Now, we are in for a warm-up in the next couple of days. We got big zone of high pressure finally moving back into the mix here. Remember, we had that big stubborn ocean storm kind of sitting and spinning its wheels just to the east of us all week long. Kept things cool, a little bit showery at times, as we all remember. But the good news is that that storm finally beginning to get nudged off to the east by this zone of high pressure. Finally, something we desperately needed for a while. Rain is on the way this weekend, if you can believe that. Now, ideally, of course, we don't want that on the weekend, but I guess we'll have to sacrifice one weekend for the greater good, as it were. And here's why we need the rain so desperately. As of today, you look at Albany, for the entire year, we're about 5.2 inches below normal for what we should have for this time of the year, but you can see it gets worse as you head toward areas like Pittsfield. Welcome back, everybody. At this point, you're probably asking yourself, can we please get some real springtime weather out there? The warm weather, the sunshine, it's going to be a slow process, but we'll get back to it. In the meantime, though, we're going to have some decidedly winter-like feel in the air out there later on tonight. First forecast for this evening, a little bit of sunshine trying to creep through the clouds in the waning hours of our daytime. New York, here's another look at the storm tracker radar. The immediate Hudson Valley seeing a temporary reprieve from this rain. It tends to be on the lighter side, not gone completely, but a couple of heavier downpours mixed in there. Same holds true for Berkshire County, though you can see out toward the Brattleboro area and even just south of the Bennington area. Looks like some heavier rain beginning to move in out there, but by far the heaviest rain well out to our west, out toward the Binghamton area, where again, some of that even mixing with a little bit of sleet. The trend here going to be for all this rain to just continue to funnel up from the south and east for much of the remaining overnight hours. We'll see that here. A couple of just wispy, patchy cirrocumulus clouds out there this morning. And that's really about it. Current temperatures, take the light coat if you're going to be heading out in the next couple of hours, but by this afternoon, not going to need it. Current temperature in Albany is at 37 degrees. Troy, though, a little bit cooler, currently at 32 degrees. Guilderland comes in at 38, and as you can see over in Duanesburg, mid-30s. Wider view here, temperatures across the rest of the area, fairly uniform. Everyone generally in the 30s, at least along the Hudson Valley. 31 up toward Glens Falls. It's 34 in Saratoga Springs. Bennington and North Adams both coming in the upper 20s. Through the weekend, but we at least stay dry, so we'll have a much nicer weekend on tap. And then by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, it looks like we'll start to even things back out and get the ship back on course.
All right. I like that, Captain.
Thank you.
You don't have to wait for the sunshine that's out there right now.
Nope. Just take your sunglasses with you.
Right. Protect your eyes.
That's all you need today. Maybe even a little bit of sunscreen if you're going to be spending any extended time outside. It's getting to that time of the year where the sun rays get a little bit stronger. And with temperatures like this, I don't think anybody's complaining, though. 63 the high today, 67 tomorrow, a mostly sunny day until the afternoon. Much warmer, excuse me, on Monday, 80 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be nice today and tomorrow, so happy about that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.